Hi and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Admiral Pegasus, with another Star Trek Fleet Command video, and as you saw in the intro, we are going to be doing a quick review of this arc. Now, I'm off the top, I'm not going to lie, right? Silly me, stupid me, I forgot to take some screenshots of some of the best events in this in this arc. Namely, the one that we had during Doomsday, which was the, as I like to call it, the topless event, which just went on and on and on forever unless you're prepared to spend a vast amount of money. So I haven't taken a screenshot of that, which is doping me. But the one thing is, as you can see over there, is we do have Tendi. I will be mentioning about that as well, and how I felt that was set up, and the battle pass as well. We will have a quick look at that. Also, up there, the event store as well. So, oh yeah, and I will look at the mission. I will quickly go over the missions as well. Like I said, there's no screenshots though, unfortunately. Silly YouTuber. Yes, yeah. It's been one of those months where I forgot to do a lot of stuff, which means I think I better start writing stuff down. So, Anthology Arc. Let's start with the Battle Pass. It's not been a particularly too bad Battle Pass this month, actually. There has been some fairly good goodies in there with all these 3D chests at the pieces, which has helped towards getting us the event store currency. The resources have been pretty much exactly the same as they always are, so we're not even going to bother them with them, to be perfectly honest. Also, as you can see just on this little bit of the screen, we've also got some faction credits, we've got some away team speed ups, trait XP, discovery tokens. Was there anything else? What are you hiding, my friend? Oh, you're just like hiding faction credits. So let's move across to the next bit. As you see, we've got some Tendi shards. We've got some Syndicate XP. We've got some rare directives, some ultra recruit tokens, and some of the new cultivated particles or whatever it is for the Cerritos. So, it's not been a particularly too bad a month, and if we scroll towards the end there, now as you can see at the very end, you can get, if you're prepared to spend the £20, you could unlock Sam Rutherford for free. I mean, I don't even need to go into it because you can see it on the screen. On the free side, you get 10, on the elite, you're going to get 35. So that's a complete unlock for Sam Rutherford, not to mention the other shards that you also got through the month, which was actually more particularly in the last third of the arc. So the battle pass hasn't been too bad. I won't say perfect, but the Syndicate XP has been a great help because I'm now level 12 with that, and I will admit the event store helped with that because unfortunately, because of a silly error a couple of weeks ago, I didn't have enough to go for ROM, which was that was my fault. But what we'll do is we'll move on to the event store next. Now this, I'm not gonna lie, this is laid out so beautifully. I mean, you can literally just find everything. Look, officers, blueprints, parts, resources. Okay, so I'm actually going to click on resources. Cloaking refits, special currencies, waste of times. So, well, okay, yes, they're going to be there. Those of you out there who actually do like the frames and avatars. Me, I haven't got. I ain't even got so interested. I mean, there is 14 bundles in there, so that's not particularly too bad. Special currencies was a big one for me. I usually do go for something on the special currencies. And this month I went for the Syndicate XP. We was limited to 20. I cleaned it out last night. And that's what helped bump me up to level 12 and got me an extra slot for Officer Priestess. Woohoo! Don't know what I'm going to put in it because I don't have a defined set of crew. Well, actually I do. I think I know which crew I will put in it, and that'll be my cargo protection crew. Because obviously I've got my 2 PvP crews in there at the minute, and until I can finally get my hands on Picard, I don't have another PvP crew unless it's the cadets or the next gens, which I don't want them because I'm too high level for them. But on the whole, it's not too bad, and it was nice to see them actually put the Cerritos in this and the Amalgam, and also the late edition ISS Jellyfish. Now, my one bugbear with this is that, I'm hoping I was pointing in the right place, coming off screen a little bit there, is the price, 56,000. I kind of understand why it was so expensive, and obviously when this was released, it really made me think about, should I actually go for Jellyfish Pursuit? And I was going to go for it, because I could have got 15 shards from here at the time, because I only had 45, and I could make sure I ended up in 3rd place at least. Unfortunately, as invariably happens with leaderboards, they shot up last minute. So that rubbed out this idea, but this is a fantastic addition, I'm not going to lie. So for me, the event store is a massive thumbs up on this one, and I would love to see this kind of a layout. Also another good one as well, for those ship collectors, was the Separatist D3. We've got no other way for sourcing it. Yes, it is 19,000, but that's for 5 shards. That's not particularly too bad. You only need 80, so what, 10, 16 pulls of this, 16 chests, and you've got it. So times that 19,000 by 60, and boom, you've got it. I didn't go for it because it's just another D3 really. Yes, it's a really lovely skin, I'm not going to lie, but do I really want another D3 that I can't scrap? No, not really. So, yeah, I mean for ship collection, if it comes around again and I've got everything that I want to, I would probably go for it. So that's something for the future for me to think about. Officers, obviously that was also a good loadout this month as well, making sure you was able to get all your lower decks, your Ferengi, and unfortunately for me, it was a case of, Rob, as you can see, I still need 42 shards, and by the time I finished the battle pass, because I was stupid enough to go and not actually heed a content creator's advice on this one, which is, if you can grind for it, don't buy it. Yes, now, hypocrite me, because I still went for the Syndicate when you could grind that out. Yeah, I wanted to get that advanced further, but I got impatient with the Cerritos and the Amalgam because I was disappointed I couldn't get the Jellyfish because everyone just outshot me. So, unfortunately, because I bought those 2 ships, by the end of the arc, I did not have enough chess pieces because I needed 252,000 to do it. As you can see, I've got 300 left. But that's because I've spent up last night. And another bonus for me, which I did do, I didn't really have to do, but I wanted it because of the Latinum increase on the daily basis, was my feature. I took it to T4, tier 4, for those who didn't catch that reference. So I'm now pulling 3,300 on a double chest per day, which is absolutely fine, because that's just going to build up and up and up, because I don't really spend it an awful lot. But yeah, but as you can see, there's more officers, and then there was also the officer packs, the Ferengi one and the lower decks. So, to be honest with you, there's not much else to go through with the event store. So, like I said, massive thumbs up. That was a good layout, and it was nice to see such a wide variety in here. Now, missions, because I don't have any screenshots, unfortunately, we're going to have a nice little picture of my base and me mining some G4 gas. So, and a ship repairing. Missions. I didn't really follow along with the storylines, but what really did catch my eye was the end of Hustle Culture, which mentioned Old Cardassian Station from Quark, and that was the last thing said in the mission. Literally the last 3 words. And I wish I'd got a screenshot of that instead of skipping through it. It's literally just caught me eye and I thought, whoa, I've just missed something. I've already claimed the mission. I can't get the text back. Bugger. So it would have been nice if I could have got a screenshot of that. But the payouts for the missions haven't been particularly too bad. The one downside I did see though was the TOS arc, the TOS missions though. It was just a 2-parter. Next Generation was a 5-parter. Discovery was a 5-parter. But yet TOS is a 2-parter. So it's like, sorry, that's me dog just walking around and standing on stuff. But yeah, it's just, yeah. Why 2 parts? And that was a bit of a letdown for the missions. On the upside, though, is there some missions that I can put in the basket and keep hold of, like the next generation higher one, it's level 40 plus, which I have started, and I believe I've got to part 2, but unfortunately I've got to take on the target at 5.6 million. Unfortunately, I just can't even take that on yet at the minute, because I think it was an interceptor, so my enterprise is not strong enough. That won't be for a couple of months. And then obviously the TOS ended up giving us the level 50 plus missions, so which means that's something to work towards in about, I don't know, probably about 50 years when I finally get there. No, it won't be that long. It'll probably be just a couple of years, if anything, by the time I get into the 50s. But it depends on the resource increase. Now, I will actually bring something up which I think is the biggest downer when it comes to the event store part of the arc. It's brilliant that we have this event store. We're getting these special currencies so we can get stuff that was through the arc, and yeah. So I mean, as you can see, as you saw in the event store, we had Ferengi. That was the last 2-parter arc we had. We've got Lower Decks in there, which is from this arc. So it was good to see them in there. So obviously from the last 3 months plus this month, we're seeing the office in there. But what gripes me about the event store is the fact they put materials and resources in it. Why can't they just leave them in the events and put the currency in with it? Leave the event store currency at the levels it's at, because it's not particularly too bad. But when I'm having to pay, and we will go back into the event store here, resources, and if we got their commons, here we go, uncommon gas. So 13 per chest. 13. Why? Yes, I'm probably gonna, but you're saying, yes, it's giving me the option to choose what materials I want, what resources I want, which is brilliant. I'm not gonna lie, that is a brilliant idea. But when it's this low, come on. Double it at least. No, in fact, no, don't double it. Triple it. That's what it needs to be. It needs to be at least 3 times that. So 39.40. Then I would consider it going for in the event store. Other than that, what is the point? Please put it in the events and the currency. Leave the currency to go for things like, if we ever get there, like the cloaking refits, the special currencies, ship parts, blueprints, officers. Leave the event currency for things like that, not resources and materials. That's what I think really needs to change in this month. And to me, that is what's going to bring my final grade on this down. Because, once again, they're just taking them from the events and putting them there. How are free-to-play players meant to progress when you're going to stall them for a month because you're giving them such a wondrous variety of stuff, but yet you're taking their main source of income? Because that is our main source of income. No question about it. That is how we buy stuff in this game. I mean, hell, there's not even any Latinum in this. You've got Ferengi officers, but no Latinum. Come on, Scopely. Put it together. But that's a rant for another day. So, what do I finally grade this arc? Well, like I said, it's not been too bad. Oh, events. Boom, we're running out of time, and I haven't actually mentioned the events. Now, like I said, the event that came in the TOS portion of the arc, the Doomsday side of things, that was brilliant. 25 pieces of salvage parts, brilliant, and nice little conversion. I'm not gonna say that was crap, because it wasn't. It was, and it's a fantastic idea. I had this idea myself, but I just never put it to Scopely, thinking, well, why can't we do topless events where the rewards increase the higher up you go? I mean, you could do the same for the dailies. And this is an event I would love to actually come and see come back and actually put something else in it. But I don't know, like maybe add it to Hunter Killer. The more Hunter Killer, the more points you score in Hunter Killer, the higher up you go, the better rewards. Because to me, that sounds like a fantastic idea. Start it off with something like level 1. I don't know, 1,000 titanium, 1,000 steel, 1,000 dilithium. I don't know, stuff like that. And then just double it as you go higher. Materials, say like 5 uncommon, 1 rare, 40 common. Then double it as it goes higher. The higher up it goes, the more you're going to get. And it's going to make people participate in those kind of events more, especially the free-to-play, when they know there's something worthwhile in that kind of event. They're going to go grind for it. Then you've also got the people that pay for it. Well, yeah, if they're going to grind for it, they're not going to pay for it. No, because they are guaranteed spenders. They're going to spend. They're going to want to get up there fast, fast, fast. So you could put a metric in there for them spending. If you're spending, you're going to shoot up it. You've got more chance of actually hitting that top line. Make it 100 milestones long so for the spenders. Blooming hell, how much are they going to spend just to do that? Just to prove that they can complete that event, that they can hit the top. It'll be a challenge for them. So that's an extra one. Also, as you can see, we've got Recruit Tindy SMS. I got her yesterday, and that was thanks to the Tour of Duty and Wrath, because there was a total of 4 trophies available. And I've looked into it a little bit more, and the community manager, the content creator said this: there is no leeway. Yes, there was. There was a leeway. It wasn't much. I think it's about 2 trophies. I think in total there was 29 trophies available for the month, unless you obviously went and spent. I got her easy, and I still had 2 events left to do, and that was Tour of Duty and Wrath. So there was a little bit of a leeway. You probably could have missed 1 or 2 during the month, but that was it. So there was a little bit of a leeway. But having said that, saying it from the outset that there is no leeway, you need to do 100%. Yes, that made sure that everybody could unlock 10D. But there was actually a leeway. And I did kind of wonder if they would actually have put a little bit of a leeway in it. But it's there. And again, this is another good way of sourcing epic officers as well. If you want players to participate and source officers, something like this event is fantastic. As you can see, got 7 hours left and it's the end of the arc. But yeah, so I've got Tendy. The only lower deck officer I'm missing now is Mariner. Yes, I could have got her through the event store, but yeah, to be honest, Syndicate XP, feature shards are far more worthwhile to me than Mariner, because a lot of people, I've heard them complaining that these lower deck officers are just they're not doing anything, or if anything, it's very minute. Yes, it is. That's because they're at tier 1, and like all the other officers, they need to be at least I'd say an epic's T3, rares T4, uncommons, you need to max them for them to have any really noticeable benefit, especially at higher levels. And the higher level players know this as well, because obviously they're experienced, they've been in this game a long time. But, so, we'll leave Tendy on the screen while we come up with a final, because we're going to put the result over there, just below her shards. And as you can see, I'm going to give this one a C+. Yes, a C+. I'm not going to grade it any higher, because like I said, there are certain things that let it down, like a 2-parter TOS mission. The resources being put in the event store, they are big ones for me. I mean, I enjoy doing missions. I enjoy running around the galaxy doing missions. Scrambled communications, that's a fantastic event. Obviously, that was thrown in as well during the TOS arc. I enjoyed that. I completed it in 20 minutes. I successfully did a video, didn't I? Because it took me several attempts. But I also tried to do a video on Tour of Wrath and Duty. Unfortunately, my camera just didn't want to behave with me. So, before my camera decides it's going to cut out, I'm going to end it right there. So, C+ for the event, for this event. So let me know what you think. Do you agree with that? Was it a good arc for you? Did you enjoy this arc? Or was it a pile of garbage? Put it in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to smash the like button and also hit subscribe as well. And I shall see you on the next video. Until then, this is Admiral Pegasus saying stay safe, live long and prosper. Goodbye.